Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I've got 5 individual training drills to improve your first touch. For today's exercises, I've placed down 4 cones, 2 steps apart all the way around to form a square, and they're about 3 steps away from this wall. You can use a training partner as an alternative, and if you don't have training cones, you can use water bottles, rolled up pairs of socks, anything you have lying around the house. And then of course you're gonna need a football. Just before we get into the exercises, I wanna say a huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Squarespace is where I built my website, 7mlctraining.com, and from websites to analytics to marketing tools, they're the all-in-one place to grow your online presence and manage your business. But let's get to work. For the first exercise, we play the ball at the wall and we take our touch inside the square with the inside of our foot, and then we pass the ball with our opposite foot. And then we take the same touch across our body outside of the square on the opposite side. Then this time when we play the pass, we back pedal. You can take a slight scan over your shoulder as well if you want to develop that habit. And then we take a larger touch from one side of the outside square to the other. So this is a great exercise for working on varying up the weight of your first touch, which is really important. Sometimes you need to keep the ball close to your body. If you have high pressure, you need to keep it close to your feet. Then other times you'll need to take a bigger touch out of your feet to set yourself up for a through ball or a longer pass that requires a bit more weight behind the ball. So this is a great exercise to work on those inside foot touches. For this exercise, I'd recommend going for 20 repetitions in each direction, or go for a minute straight in each direction. For the second exercise, we're working on those back foot touches. So we play the ball at the wall, and then we open up our body 90 degrees and use the inside of our foot to connect with the middle of the ball to push it 90 degrees away from us. So it's about getting the ball out of your feet. So this is great, especially for wing backs, fullbacks, and wingers who want to take the ball down the line. This is going to help you develop that first touch. So nice firm pass into the wall, opening up that body, showing your hips in the direction you want to take the ball, and then making contact through the center to move the ball in that direction. Again, we're moving forwards and backwards. After we've gone through the middle of the square, we then backpedal and go behind the square. Once again, we're going to go in both directions, so you can either do 20 repetitions each direction, or you can go for a minute straight in each direction. For exercise 3, we play a pass at the wall with the inside of our foot, then we play another pass, so we're working on that first time passing technique, and then we're going to take a touch with the outside of our foot from one side to the other. So you notice just after I take that outside foot touch and play a pass, I check in slightly beyond that cone. So we're working on moving forwards and then backpedaling slightly. This is going to help you develop your footwork and balance, and then we're taking that touch with the outside of the foot. So being controlled, moving the foot in the direction you want to take the ball. If you don't make contact with the center of the ball, you'll start to notice the ball will go at a diagonal angle, either in front of you or behind you. So making contact with the middle of the ball is going to send the ball 90 degrees, getting it out your feet so you can play a controlled pass with your next touch. As with the previous exercises, go for 20 repetitions with each foot, or go for a minute straight with each foot. For exercise 4, we're working on a bit of a pattern, so we start in the center of the square, play a pass, take a touch with the inside of the foot outside the square, play another pass, backpedal, take that first touch around the back cone, play the ball between the cones, and then we're going to take the ball in the opposite direction. And we're going to get a rhythm with this one, so you can go for a minute straight, rest, and repeat this a couple of times, or you can count your repetitions until you've gotten 20 repetitions on both sides of the square. So making sure you recognize when you've taken the ball to the right, you know you have to take the ball to the left the next time. So getting a pattern, getting a rhythm, working on a lot of different touches with both feet. And for the fifth and final exercise, we're working on another pattern. So we're starting on the outside of the square, play a pass to the wall, then a first time pass diagonally so that you receive the ball inside the square, immediately take your first touch outside between the cones, and then play another pass, back pedal, taking your touch diagonally through the square this time to the opposite bottom corner, and then you start the pattern all over again. So you're going in both directions. Again, with the previous exercises, you can go for 20 repetitions on each side, or try and go for a minute straight, rest for 20 to 30 seconds, and then repeat this one a second time through. And then once you've gone through all of the exercises, depending on what you're working on that day, you can spend more time on your first touch, so complete 2 or 3 more rounds, or you can just do 1 round of these exercises for a warm-up, and then move into the main bulk of your training session. So there we have it, 5 individual training drills to improve your first touch. And just before I go, I want to say another huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Squarespace is where I built my website, 7mlctraining.com. It's become the central hub of my entire brand, allows me to put everything 7MLC training related in one place, from my blog posts to my podcast, as well as my very own 7-day training programs. So if you enjoyed today's exercises and you want a full program to master that first touch, I'd fully recommend checking out Controllo, and I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. But if you've ever considered building a website, you don't know where to start, check out Squarespace, and if you use that link in my description, www.squarespace.com/7mlc, you can get 10% off your first website. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. No.